Okay, let's continue with Malacor V. As much as I like Traya being sort of one of the final bosses, I find her amusing more than anything else, and the reason is because if you saw the cutscenes, she looks not really quite a little bit different from when she looks like when she was with us, and I can't help but imagine her sitting in front of a mirror and putting on all those accessories and the detailless black makeup. I just can't take her seriously after that anymore. She should have just been very similar to what she was with us. It didn't like it things like that mattered to her, but after becoming a Sith again, she sort of put on the team colors, and uh, it's it looks ridiculous. Am I immune to? I think I'm immune to attribute damage, so that's also makes me immune to poisons indirectly, though. Do you see that? There's these are actually mines, but you can see the mine model of the ground right at the crack of the lily thing there. But yeah, I don't think they're supposed to be mine. They're using mines to simulate toxic gases leaking from the core of the planet. I will be triggering a lot of these if I notice them. I'll be also clearing this place from enemies. Storm beast. Very dangerous. Master Force Barrier. Engine core damage, minimal power. These are other crashed ships. You need to do something with them, but it doesn't really directly influence what I need to do here with this character. I think I will be trying to kill most of the storm beasts here. So, they're not a threat to me, but they might be a threat to if someone else has to come here later. So I want to get rid of them now. There's no real trouble. Can I just heal him? Yeah, that way I'm not in any kind of... Let's go with that. A nice world. Very different from anything else we've encountered in any of these games. These are very easy if you're a Sith or basically have Sith powers. If you go full Sith, everything is really easy. You get the telekinetic crush. It's basically similar to this, but it's much harder to resist and it's much more damaging, so it's a beefed up version. Are we going to even have a chance to put any new crystals anymore in our lightsaber? Yeah, these aren't going to be fights. It'll be me going against these and squeezing the life out of them one by one. Can't attack the guy right in front of me. Guess he's protected by the terrain somehow. No. Ooh, we're getting closer. There's even hope. It's not too badly damaged, it seems mainly that it's just stuck there.
If the exile has come here, then she has not come alone.
Of course, apprentice. The huntress is with the exile. She has a special talent for finding that which should remain lost. It also makes her difficult for me to sense, but not to a creature bred for such things.
Shall I send the assassins for her?
No, I have brought a beast to Malacor to deal with that one. We shall see if prey can become a predator. Her breaking shall be flesh and bone, or it shall be inside. If she survives, she will become stronger for it.
Well, here's a surprise. Yet another slice of galactic paradise. Why can't we ever go to Alderaan or Ithor or someplace without metal, jagged rocks, or packs of bloodthirsty beasts?
I don't quite get how everyone seems to be has been thrown out the ship. It's a spaceship, it's not a car that just crashed. So yeah, that makes no sense to me. Maybe it seems like the riders of the blood basically just wrote it. They had no idea how to achieve what they want to do in any kind of believable way, so just snap your finger and she's there, separated all on her own. Same with sort of me, why would I come here alone? It might make sense, but it's not explained why I'm doing it. It doesn't explain how I got rid of the... They would not let me go here alone. So there are still, even after all this time, pieces missing. Yeah, sonic grenades, those are gonna be so goddamn useful here. I'm still going to try to find every storm beast I can and kill them. For me, these are trivial things. For Myra, for example, this probably could be a significant fight. Hanhar is going to be bad enough for her. We have two paths we can go. I'm going to save. I want to explore both of them. Thermal detonators. Their damage console. Engine gore damage, minimal power. So what is this all about? There are a couple of paths to go to. Yeah, I'm not going to go there yet. Again, I want to do the cleanup operation as early as possible. No, 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 that's Malacor V. That's where we need to go. So let's clear up this before we go. Thermal detonators. Pretty sure there's a mine here. Is that it? No. Still a small place to the north. Floating rocks there. Yeah, this is probably... In the original version, this was the most unfinished part of the game, the Malacor V. It really made no sense. There was a lot of... it wasn't totally broken, but it was clear that a lot of plot lines that were sort of moving this way, or might have culminated here, were basically cut off or were made no sense. It was even more of a nonsensical. There was, I don't recall, I don't even recall the Myra thing at all. It was basically just an area filled with those wandering monsters, and that was pretty much it before you enter the final Sith enclave. Okay, we want 2 ships. Buried Republic ship.
Hanhar? Oh, you have to be kidding me.
Yeah, that's not her throat, but good attempt. I'll quickly go over some of the options we have. Force focus in file visor. Oh. Okay, I'm fairly happy with the equipment we have. Maybe, well, I'm fairly pleased. Armor could probably be better. It's not that it's crap, but we could have probably something better versus unharmed. The energy resistance is not gonna do anything. Ooh, damage resistance versus slashing, piercing, bludgeoning. Yeah, we'll probably go Mugfa. Whereas ballistic mesh would also be good in his ear. Cancer outfit. The charm on her. I'll try this. Yeah, it's not all that great. It's still in many ways. Yeah, the reason I'll probably go with this is almost though the armor class is terrible, absolutely terrible. It's the 10 resist to the damage Hanhar will make. He'll hit anyway. Our armor class is pretty bad. Yeah, treat injury. I need to be able to heal as much as possible. We are using range attack. Yeah, that's not too bad. We have a lot of bonuses to mitigate the advantage he would normally have. Blaster rifle, that's what we have, so blast off. Blaster rifle bonus could be good, although I think I'll take master toughness. I want as much hit points as possible. So yeah, let's give it a go. See how badly things turn out. Yep, it's going well.
That's a
Our
no for me.
resistance is very large, that's exactly what we wanted. He'll hit, but he won't do damage.
That's another one for me. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, he's begging for death. You throw me alive dead, I'll release you. Words are nothing. So, you serve Traya now. Yeah. She honors me by showing me no mercy. He understands the heart of a warrior. And the heart of a slave. Huh. Yeah, lead me to Traya, Hanhar. If she is as powerful as you claim, then she will destroy me and you shall be free. Whatever you say, but you walk ahead of me just the same. Okay, it's good to have spare equipment choices. That's abundantly clear. What's good for generic purposes is not good for specialized purposes. Myra's armor is totally useless against probably most threats, but against Hanhar it was exactly what we needed. And more storm beasts, lovely. Ooh, group action. Hello boys. Prepare to die. It'll take 3 attacks to kill them. We can easily tank that damage. And now everything's healed. Ooh, another ship. How many of them are here? One less soon. Another ship. There was a minor quest originally involving these, but it was one of those that came out of nowhere and had no explanation. It was some kind of device activation, but it was literally the first time the thing was ever mentioned was when it happened. It made no sense. Absolutely not about them, since you would basically figure it out for yourself or make up something what it was. But the game addressed it in no way. It involved, I think, Beoder and some of the droids. I don't think we have influence with any of the droids really, so I don't think it'll go anywhere, even here. You need, if you ignore parts of the group, things don't go your way. I don't think it will make any kind of meaningful difference, but it's sort of if you want everything to be perfect, you need to maximize your group influence in a way that it's probably impossible to do without some kind of a guide to guide you through all the options, and that's not something I really wish to do. The reason for you can't do it without the guide is that there's a limited number of influence opportunities, and if you miss them, for example, a conversation on a planet might be an influence option for a certain character. But naturally, if you don't know that, you have your normal group, you just go through the conversation normally and nothing happens. So you would have to need to know where to use, how to switch your party members around to have the correct member in your party at the correct dialogue discussion, and know what to pick and not what to pick. It's not immediately obvious. Especially on the first try, you have to, in order to know what everyone is like, you have to face a few of those dialogue options before you can make any kind of a judgment really. What's the personality of some of the characters? So you've already failed. If you get at all unlucky, you've already failed a couple of influence options there. So you're basically in an impossible situation. Oh, fairly powerful. Yeah. Can do 60 points per hit easily. I wouldn't want to fight these in someone who's not at all prepared to fight them. Several 100 hit points of health and can destroy you with a few hits. Okay, we don't want to go through that. Not until everything is searched. Verifying prototype shields. We could use a melee shield here. No, don't do that. I look ridiculous anyway. Sort of reminds me of a shield from Dune. Blurs the visuals totally. Elite Watchman Blaster. It's probably a good weapon, but at this point, it doesn't matter. Ooh. Verpine prototype shield. And another engine core. So that's fourth. That's probably all there are. And there's no more storm beasts here, so we can just get the hell out. Surely this is not a fight. the hell is that? Greater storm beast. That's interesting. It won't make any difference to the kill ability though. Kill ability does percentage based damage, so everything's the same to it. Epic battle there. We're applying prototype shields. North Calling. I'm not gonna change armor, but I'm interested in seeing its dark side. Sith assassin there. Hello. Judging from the number of depth of the blaster burns, these Sith appear to have been recently killed by fire from a heavy repeater rifle. Impressive looking building, I like it. This doesn't look like a fight.
I say we fire a rocket at her right now and blow her screaming, burning body into the heart of this planet.
It wouldn't work. If there were other distractions, maybe. If she wasn't telepathic, maybe. If you want to kill her like that, you need something else to occupy her attention. Otherwise, you might just wound her, and then we'd all be in trouble.
This battle will not be decided by weapons.
You are wrong. Manipulation is Traya's strength, not battle. We have a chance. We just have to figure out how to make use of it.
If you are watching this, then what the General suspected was true. The Sith are striking from the graveyard of Malacor V. The ship the Sith Lord was on was one of the vessels damaged in that final battle. If you reach Malacor's surface, the mass shadow generator can be undone, provided there are enough vessels intact within the orbiting debris or buried in the planet's surface. Use a sequence I am unlocking in your memory banks on the engine core of any vessel you encounter on Malacor. If my calculations are correct, 4 vessels should be enough to power up the mass shadow generator and undo the damage that was done in Malacor V, the damage I did. Once the sequence has begun, it cannot be stopped. So make sure the General is off the planet before triggering the sequence. Otherwise, there will be no retreat. I know your weapons systems are minimal, and I don't know what awaits you on Malacor's surface. Try to avoid contact with any potential threats. Follow your programming.
The programming commands you to find 4 vessels buried within Malacor's surface and activate the engine systems. When the engine systems are activated, it will disrupt the gravitonic anomaly that is keeping the planetoids fused together, and Malacor V will begin to drift apart. You have no offensive weapons, and if you are destroyed, then you will have failed your mission. This is it, but this makes a lot more sense as it was told. I don't recall it being told the purpose of this ever, so at least now it's clear. You need to activate them to have Malacor V start spreading apart, probably releasing the ship too. I can't glow. So this is why I killed everything I could find to make this guy's job easier. Enter sequence for priming mass shadow generator. It's not quite as simple. I think the robot or droid influence has become at play here, and I don't see us having enough influence. So I'm not sure this will work. It doesn't matter. The game at least plays the end the same no matter what happens. But I'm not sure the ending is quite as complete if we fail here. We'll see, I don't know. Maybe it's the same and the influence doesn't matter that much. The point here would be, since you're faster than anything else, is to go here, use them, and just run to the next one. But there's the problem. If there are a lot of enemies here, you can get easily cornered and stuck here. You have to struggle quite a bit to finish this, as opposed to just walking through this. So I certainly prefer this. I also don't recall the scenes with our rest of our party members, so I think that's new too. I think they just either you went alone all the way to the end, or you could just add them to your party at some point. There was nothing with them really, so this really was a miss when it first came out. It seems, well, naturally now. It's much better. It at least makes sense. Even though not perfect, but I don't feel like I have no goddamn clue what's going on. So the restoration team has done a really good job with this. I would not want to play the original version. I didn't notice anything odd, like it shouldn't be here. Maybe the one dialogue they added with the Padawan in the Sith Academy, I mean Jedi Academy, but that was just one little thing. Everything else has been undetectable from the original release in quality.
If you are hearing this, then the sequence by Malacor. Again, I have one last command for you. You must remain behind and ensure that the sequence fires properly once the General gives the command. If not, then all we have fought for has been for nothing. You have done all I asked, all you were built for, and for that, I thank you.
Touching. The probability of the Iridonian installing trigger commands within your core was high. I see the probabilities have played out. Of course, the probability that I would do the same is equally high. Your inability to move right now is evidence of that. If the General issues the command, only I will be here to receive it. You realize I cannot permit you or the Exile to activate the mass shadow generator here on Malacor. In that, your programming and mine conflict. And since you have no offensive weaponry to speak of, the probability of your programming overriding mine is low. You must understand that the General would not wish the relics or the Sith's strength here on Malacor to be compromised. Their presence is needed to stabilize the galaxy. Without them, the galaxy will be reduced to anarchy within years. And if there is anything I can't stand, it's an untidy galaxy. So, let us wait here, you and I, for the General's orders and calculate the probable fate of the galaxy.
Correction. One could rust listening to your speeches, Fat One. Perhaps it is the large unwieldy vocabulator within your moon-sized frame that prevents your calculations from taking me into account. And while I find this small droid annoying in the extreme, I find my urge to shoot you takes a higher priority.
Unfortunately for you, I have arranged for friends to meet me here, and you seem to have brought none of your own. Stop him.
Unexpected correction. We cannot harm that unit. It is a violation of our self-preservation programming. Statement. As always, Fat One, you have miscalculated.
Ah, an unfortunate oversight.
Statement. I understand. Assassination protocols activated. Let us see what you have in your arsenal, Fat One.
All I wished was to fulfill my programming. Either way, the Republic is the...
Observation. I thought he would never die.
We've come a long way, Traya. Don't bother getting up.
Ah, the Huntress. To come alone, you are braver than I thought.
She is not alone. We stand with her.
And with her, stand all the Jedi.
And now I come in saying something suitably heroic.
Children with lightsabers, but not Jedi, I think. Come close. Let me look upon you and see what the Exile's teaching has forged. An assassin, wasted pawn of the Republic, a blinded slave, and a fool. Which of you wishes to try yourselves against me? As you can see, I am unarmed. You, perhaps. You are a wasted pawn of the Republic, young one. You could have been so much more, even with your wide-eyed innocence, your naive love for others. Think before you throw away your life for her. Think of everything you will lose by dying. Your lusts unfulfilled, a dance unfinished, a love requited. Think before you give it up so quickly. And you, blind one, you have hungered to strike me down ever since you saw the bond the Exile and I share. Can you feel the force running through me, even past the veil, past your blooded eyes? You know you cannot win.
Force runs strong within you, Traya. But in the howling of a storm, it is difficult to hear the whisper of the blade. You have forever been the blind one. You were given a gift few are ever given, and yet you let your gift of sight warp you, twist.
You think your existence under your lord was torture, Miraluka? I will make you see an assassin.
And I get the fool.
Funny. That's just what I was thinking.
Yeah. The droid is seen. I don't recall that. It's up to the point. It's more or less the same up to the point, but there was. I don't recall HK-47 being there. Certainly not the. Everything's really fleshed out, at least to the point that things make sense now. And that's much appreciated. I think you can put everything to 3D injury at this point. None of this happened in the original release. Nothing like this. Oh. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I think I'll take more life. Force immunity might be in order. Can't use it though. What can we use? Not a lot of things. Are you up to the task? Defense 40, that's insane high defense. You have a good resistance versus energy, 30% immunity too, so that's a nice damage resistance. Regeneration 3, a lot of constitution bonuses. You could probably use. Yeah, there are not all that many great options here. All saves, dexterity +2. Yeah, we'll take that. What's your... yeah, Burpine... prototype sheet. Okay. You should be doing alright. Adam is not a weakling in any sense. Force affinity... Force mastery... Force duration, 4-point cost. Use the... use the... I'm not sure he can win this, but fine. I'll use this opportunity to heal myself. Life support pack 64. Boss fight music. I've heard this one before. Nothing should be doing wrong. I hate this that they can attack and
Traya's academy, she will be faced with a choice. One path, assuming she survives, will allow her to save her friends, but she shall be the weaker for it. The other route will lead her directly to this place, through the ones that have hounded her steps from the beginning, and she shall have her vengeance. Show her every respect when she arrives in these halls, Lord Scion. This I command you.
Elite Sith Assassin. Malacor V. Okay. It's time to finish this.